You know, God, it just doesn't feel right. Hold on for a second. You know what? This is so much better. I just feel like more into my element. This is much better than the background I was using before. Guys, tonight it's gonna be really kind of weird. Right now it's the bachelor pad. I'm living with my dad right now. My mom's unfortunately she's under the weather, so it's just me, the guys, hanging out. That means I'm gonna be staying at home tonight. And I chose a movie on Prime because it's been recommended to me multiple times from multiple different sources. I'm talking about a movie that was made in 1973 called The Warriors. And I know a lot of people out there know this movie and speak of it very nostalgically. I have kind of avoided it. It didn't look like something that I would enjoy. But since I'm stuck here, since it's been recommended so many times, and since I want to try to give these movies a decent try, I'm going to watch it tonight. So this is my review of The Warriors. I'll be right back in just a few seconds, guys, to let you know what I think about The Warriors. Alright, see you. Bye. Well, I just got done watching The Warriors. That was a struggle. It was a struggle to get through. I'm still kind of trying to grasp why people like consider this a classic movie. It was the fatal flaw of this movie was it was just boring. It was boring. Nothing really happened in this movie. There were a couple fight scenes in it, but they were just you could tell it was made on a cheaper budget. Maybe that's what suffered. The thing. The most ridiculous thing about it was here. Let me go over the plot real quick. It's basically they had this like big conference of all these New York gangs in maybe Central Park, whatever, some park, and they have all these gangs get together, and there's like maybe 1,000 people distributed throughout this park. They had this one lead speaker that's like trying to, I think his whole goal was to combine all the gangs together to make, one kind of like crime family. But somebody shoots him in the middle of his speech, and then blames it on our titular heroes of this movie, the Warriors. So it's the Warriors against all the New York gangs to try to get back home to Coney Island. And that's the plot. That is it. It's just trying to get to it. Now, you would think that with that plot, here's the thing. All these different gangs had like themes to them. Like there was a baseball gang. There was an all-girl gang. There was like the skinhead gang. They had different gangs to it. So you would think that as they were going through New York, trying to get to their end goal, that they would encounter all these different gangs, and all these different gangs would have some kind of like shtick to them, like some kind of a like different fighting style. You never saw that. Never once did you see that, and it was very unutilized. The only really interesting thing about that was the look of these different gangs, but we never got to know these different gangs. We got to know like maybe one or two of them, and they really weren't all that remarkable. The only remarkable one was the big guy that was like controlling the biggest gang that was after them. This like kind of stoic black dude that like would talk to his gang like they were some kind of organized army. It was just boring. Nothing really happened in that movie. Here was what the movie was. They would encounter the gang, they'd run away from the gang, they'd get on the train. They'd encounter another gang, they'd run away from that gang, and they'd end up on the train. That was it for the whole entire movie until they finally made it to Coney Island. There wasn't really any satisfying fight scenes. Even at the end, when we finally got to turn the tables on the guy that really shot that leader, it was very anticlimactic. Nothing happened in this movie. It was it was a snore. It was a bore. It was really boring. I don't know why people really think of this movie nostalgically. All right, so let's score it. Just because I recognize some of the people in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's where they came from. Oh, and also there was a sound bite that was used in one of the songs from the '90s that I really liked, and so I really enjoyed learning that was from this movie. It earned itself 25 points for that, but that's it. 75% of this movie was just crap and boring, and 25% of it was entertaining. I'm sorry. I watched this movie, Halen and Travis. I watched this movie for you guys. I wanted to go ahead and watch this movie just to say that I was able to see it, that I've seen this movie. I can say that now, and I can say that I did not enjoy myself. I didn't have a good time. 25% is totally the best I'm going to give this movie, and we're going to move on. So, all right, hey, thanks for watching hanging out with me, and if you want, leave a comment below, but other than that, and just maybe I'm going to try to make it to the drive-in pretty soon here, but either than that, hey, guys, peace. I want to wish everybody peace. Montane, I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye. I think the biggest entertainment out of this movie was the story I was writing in my head, because I was talking to myself, and I was thinking, all right, we got an all-girl group, and we have the baseball group and stuff like that. What group are we missing? Like the guys in the diapers, or the kid gang, maybe a couple of them with beanies with paperos on. That would be cool. I would like to see it like an all-clown gang. Huh? We were missing the clowns. Where were the clowns? That would be an obvious choice for a gang. Missed opportunity.